toward financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
Well, happy Saturday, but we're not happy now because this is the final segment of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. For over 6 years, Gino and I have been able to share with you what you need to know, want to know, and should know about real estate, finance, and everything else. We've worked really hard over the last 6 years to find the very best professionals in every field we can, whether it's attorneys, whether it's estate planning, whether it's financial planning, insurance planning, so much more. And actually, we put all that together in a group called America's Professional Resource Group, APRG. It's really easy to find these great professionals. They're accountable to you. Most of them have 20 to 30 years experience. They are the rock stars in their particular field. So go to aprgi.com, aprgi.com. And our chosen college planning expert for America's Professional Resource Group is right here with us, right next to me in the Vault Media Studios, Mr. Rob Schwartz with Premier College Guidance. And you can find out more at premiercollegeguide.com, or they can just call you, huh, Rob?
They can, and I am apparently the chosen one.
You are the, yeah.
So, yes, call me, 818-359-3779, or email me, especially if you want this list and you want the newsletter for free. Email me, Rob, R-O-B, at premiercollegeguide.com.
That's true. You are the only one that has caused me to wear a pink yarmulke.
That is true.
And everybody else are going, what are you talking about?
That's an inside line, kids. I'm sorry. We could tell you, but then we'd have to kill you.
Yes, I did that for Rob and my sister to make sure that their wedding was special, and boy, was it.
It was indeed.
All right. All I got to say is marriage. Blessed event that brings us here today. Okay, so Rob's been sharing with us. Again, Rob is full service when it comes to college planning, from, you know, how to handle the test, how to handle the FAFSA. I know I don't want to mess that up.
Wrong. Almost everyone gets
that's
it wrong.
Why I didn't. That's why I stopped. I'm like, I'm gonna get it wrong, but it was FAFSA. You know, to how to pay for it, where to go, what options are available. They are one-stop shop at premiercollegeguidance.com, premiercollegeguide.com for Premier College Guidance. And Rob's sharing with us a really unique list from payscale.com of the top 20 schools, or really it's a larger list, top 53, but he's got his top 20 schools that have the best return on investment that you would not have thought of. And he's gone through, and most of them, I have to say, is technology-based. I mean, without a doubt, and premier schools that if that's what you want to do is engineering and technology, these schools, totally, that's what they do. And they guide you down the right path so that you can make money at that job and do what you love doing.
And not pay off your student loans when you're 73.
There you go. So we saved the top three for the final segment.
We did indeed. At number 3 or number 7 on the ROI list from PayScale is the Colorado School of Mines in beautiful Golden, Colorado.
And it's a great place.
It's a great town. It's a great school. It's a small technology-focused organization. And I will tell you, I've had students who have taken Calculus AB, Calculus BC, got 5s on the AP exams, and couldn't survive the rigor at Colorado School of Mines. It's that challenging a school. So if you're that good, if you've got the quote-unquote right stuff, this is a place that will push you to the very limits of your ability, which will make you the best possible engineer, information technology specialist, physicist, etc. you can possibly be.
I tried getting in there, but I went to the wrong mine. The one down the road, that's Coors.
Yes. The good news is you didn't leave thirsty.
I did not.
The bad news is you didn't leave smarter.
I felt smarter, though.
Well, yes, it has that amazing effect on you. Number 2 on my list, number 4 overall, is the Webb Institute, another one you have never heard of unless you are familiar with the shipbuilding industry, SHIP industry. I want to make sure we're clear on that.
Clear on that.
Just making sure we're all spelling the same thing.
It's hilarious.
And it's based in New York. If you want to be a ship builder, this is the place to go. Kind of like Cal Maritime, this is more specific to the actual construction of vessels. You are going to be gainfully employed as essentially a naval engineer.
Oh.
And speaking of naval engineering,
There
number
we go.
1 on my list, number 3 overall on the ROI list is the United States Merchant Marine Academy. One of the cool things about serving the Merchant Marine is you are a member of the United States military, but unlike the other 4 branches where you make your commitment to that academy, that's where you're serving your time. You get to choose which of those branches of service you wish to serve with your abilities from the Merchant Marine. And when you come out, you are a highly sought after person in the job field. And that's what's really going on. On top of that, when we factor in what is the cost of doing business at the Merchant Marine Academy, the answer, of course, is 0, because you're giving your time to the United States military. So they're not going to charge you for the education.
Well, and I will give you the best loan you can get when you get out. A VA loan. 0 down, one of the best loans on the planet. So any of you vets want to get into a home, we would love to help you out. We love our vets, and we thank you for your service. And what
Absolutely.
a cool thing to get such a great education while serving your country.
Absolutely. They do a wonderful job.
Win-win.
It is a win-win. It really is.
All right, so to close, since we're heading into the summer months, all your children are, graduating, or you're thinking about, okay, we're planning the summer, and we had plan A all ready to go, and that didn't quite work out. So what's the plan now?
So let's give a short background on extracurricular activities. This is anything your kids do outside of class. In a perfect world, you would say, let's go with this sort of theme of technology and engineering. For a student who says, yeah, I think that's the direction I want to go, I'm going to say, do you have any tangible experience to demonstrate not only to yourself, but to the colleges that you have any idea what you're talking about? And there are these great summer programs that are hosted by colleges and universities all across the United States and in Canada and beyond that will allow you to get, a week or 2 or 3 or 4 weeks of true hands-on experience as an engineer, a physicist, a chemist, whatever it might be.
That's excellent, because maybe it's not what you thought.
Exactly. So many families make the mistake of thinking, I have to do this for the college. No. You need to do this for you.
Right.
I want to be a doctor. Of course you do. Have you ever put your hand inside of a dead body before?
I can attest to it. My dad, because I had really good grades, my dad's like, hey, why don't you be a doctor? I'm like, Dad, that sounds real sexy and cool to you, but I just didn't have the wherewithal that when somebody came in with their head completely smashed in, that I was the one responsible whether they come out alive or not. And that was too much pressure for me.
Right.
I didn't want that kind of, it's funny, I deal with financial pressure. That's my world, though. I have no problem with that. But the idea of somebody's son, daughter, whatever, I'm like, man, that's a different wherewithal. You have to have that chutzpah that this is what I do and this is what I'm passionate. I'm going to do the best I can. Me, I'm like, oh, shoot, I don't know if I'll make it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions you have to ascertain. And so there's this great program. I've talked about it on this show before at Augustana College in Rock Island, Illinois. That's a gross anatomy program where for 3 days you will cut into cadavers. You will see what it is like to see inside of a deceased human being. I need to know, are you going to be the student who's like, this is the coolest thing ever?
Or the one that's passed out on the floor.
Precisely. Nurse, smelling salts, table 14. So this is a real big issue. And it's really important that you get that sense of, is this the right thing? Now, that was plan A, but you either didn't get accepted to that program or you applied too late to that program, because believe it or not, summer planning happens 6 months before the summer.
Oh, yeah.
So here you are, you're thinking, I wanted to job shadow, I want an internship, but there isn't one available. What do I do now? The advice I'm going to give to you is one of a couple of things. One, start with the parents, the neighbors, the friends, people you know who perform in careers or majors you believe you want to explore. Ask them if you can job shadow, if you can do an internship over the summer, if you can even interview them for a few minutes and just pick their brain. Is this something that you could see me doing? And when that fails, Google is your friend. Type in some search words and see what that Google spiraling hole going down into the earth looks like. And do you like what happens when you come out the other side? If you don't take the time to explore who you are, you will never know who that person is.
Great advice from Robert Schwartz with Premier College Guidance. How can they get a hold of you, buddy?
Call me, 818-359-3779, or email me, Rob, R-O-B, at premiercollegeguide.com.
All right, and also, how do they get college knowledge journal from you?
If they want the CKQ, literally email me a request. Say, hey, heard you on the radio. Can I get the CKQ? done. It's handled. It'll be in your inbox the following day.
All right, you want a friend to help you and your child guide you to the right path of college opportunities. Rob Schwartz with Premier College Guidance is the guy. So reach out again, premiercollegeguide.com. Look for Robert Schwartz. Thank you again. Always great information. Thanks for the top 20.
Hey, my pleasure. I always enjoy it.
Always fun. All right. Thank you for joining us every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hopefully you enjoyed the show as much as I did. I love when Rob Schwartz comes on the show and talks about one of the most hot topics we can come up with, which is college planning. You heard it right here. You can find out more by going to donandgino.com. Check on the YouTube channel, 1,600 videos for you, and so much more. Thanks for joining us every Saturday, 9 a.m. Have a great weekend, and make sure you take action.